Hey guys, Matt from ShareAviation.com. We're here today with Aerobatic pilot Michael Goulian, who put on a heck of a show today. Thank you for doing that.
Pleasure.
I got a couple of questions here for you.
Okay.
What first inspired you for your love of aviation?
Well, you know, I was lucky enough to grow up in an aviation family. So my dad had a flight school that we started outside of Boston in 1964. So this is our 50th year. And, you know, we've just trained lots and lots of pilots to fly over the years. And you learn that really aviation is something that is so passionate and it's inspiring for people. So just as a young kid, being around airplanes was something that I wanted to do, and I've been doing it ever since.
Absolutely. It's a love story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right, next question. What do you think about the future of social media in general aviation?
I think social media and aviation, they go hand in hand. And the reason that is because what we do in the sky can be communicated with videos more than anything. It's hard to describe what you do in the air, but when you can show it through videos and pictures, it opens the world. So for the world to see what happens in an airplane, and more importantly, in general aviation airplanes, it's spectacular. So social media is really the future of how we're going to communicate to the public about the great things that we do in aviation.
Well said. I mean, people can go online, go to YouTube, watch a video, and they're in the cockpit.
Absolutely.
Well said. Okay, next question, Mike, is if there was something you could change about general aviation today, what would it be?
For me, I think access to airplanes for younger people, and for people to understand how amazing general aviation is. Airplanes are cool. I flew down here from Boston to Maryland in my own airplane, above the clouds, 12,000 feet. An hour and 40 minutes later, I'm on the ground. No buses, no TSA, no trains, planes, and automobiles. It's like point to point, and it's just the coolest thing to do in the world, and we have to expose it to more people.
Absolutely. Beautiful Cirrus, by the way.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Awesome.
All right, next question. Do you have a piece of advice for someone who wants to learn to fly?
So flying in general is something that you can enjoy for the rest of your life, and you don't have to do it for a profession. And that's the biggest thing, is that flying is just, it's an amazing thing to do for a living, but it's also fun to do just for a Sunday afternoon joyride. And general aviation, if you do it in a controlled way and you're proficient, it is one of the safest things that you can do if you really play by the rules and you listen to, you know, sort of your inner voice.
Absolutely. Great advice. Okay, and last question, okay? What is your most embarrassing flight moment?
I've had a lot, but the probably the most embarrassing thing that I ever did is I had a little pitch special that I bought. It was only $13,000 when I bought this little single-seat plane, and I taxied it into a helicopter dolly when I was just 17 years old and bent the propeller. So it was an inauspicious start to my airplane ownership thing.
Were you grounded by your parents?
I was. I called my dad. He was at home on a Sunday, and I said, "Hey, Dad," he said, "what'd you do to the plane?" And I said, "How would you know?" He goes, "Why else would you call me on a Sunday?" So yeah, that's how it started.
All right. Well, guys, you heard it from Mike Goulian. Go check out his YouTube channel and ShareAviation. And yeah, Mike, appreciate you having us.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
You, Matt.
You bet.
Got it.
Wherever you are in the world, share your aviation. ShareAviation, a network for pilots by pilots.